came along to the first meeting and we were really impressed by the amount of support that the group had, the different people that were there, the skill sets and the commitment to the group. We have forged one very good relationship as a result of coming along to Mersey Maritime, and I actually meet monthly with another Mersey Maritime meeting, and we are actively working towards supporting each other. We have drawn on Mersey Maritime's assistance in funding. That was hugely useful to us and enabled us to probably triple our IT expertise, so very valuable indeed. And we have also been assisted in funding for business development. We have just run a seminar in London and needed a bit of support in targeting some people to invite along to the seminar, and Mersey Maritime were immensely useful in that. They helped us identify people and actually supported us by approaching those people. The time we spend at Mersey Maritime is useful to us. We think that they've got something to offer us and we have something to offer them, and we're really pleased that we've started on a relationship we hope is going to last a long time.
My first contact with Mersey Maritime was in 2005 through our corporate membership. At that time, I viewed Mersey Maritime as a specialist advice, training and networking organisation. However, in September 2008, my whole perception and view of what Mersey Maritime could do and achieve changed. The reason for that was in September 2008, a new legislation came in that affected businesses located on ports. In effect, it meant that any business operating on a port, their non-domestic business rates increased tenfold. Clearly, this nationwide was going to put the port industry into great difficulty, but especially in Merseyside, there were 70 companies and thousands of jobs put at risk. The UK port industry, and particularly the Merseyside port industry, owe a great deal of thanks to Mersey Maritime for all their efforts and support through this critical issue. Without doubt, it has saved many Merseyside businesses and many Merseyside jobs.
Well, having been involved with Mersey Maritime since its inception in 2003, I'm very excited to be working with them again in Cumbria and hope that we will be able to create a Cumbria Maritime Logistics cluster through the Port of Workington. I have to say that Jim and his team have been extremely helpful in sharing and collaborating with us and also in sharing all of their knowledge. I can certainly testify the role of Mersey Maritime and their success as a maritime cluster. And we hope that we can extend that role to Cumbria and with their support, and look forward to working with them in the future to continue with their success.
Where we are with Mersey Maritime is they're a strategic partner. We've been working very closely with them over the past 5 or 6 years. One of the key areas in that is apprentices, where we've got Mersey Maritime's apprentices to totally rebuild a full-scale model of a submarine that we had. That might sound a bit daft, but it was a wooden hulled submarine, and it really gave the apprentices a different aspect on how to use their skills on something that was really iconic. As a strategic partner, we're trying to regenerate the sub-region, and the river itself is a great economic engine. So we're working with Mersey Maritime to make sure we've got the right skills in the right place at the right time. So we're both investing heavily in our people, we're both investing heavily in the future, because you're only as good as the people that work for you. So we've both got the same agenda as far as that's concerned. It's really great to work with Mersey Maritime because we're both pointing in the same direction. It's those awful words of goal congruency, which means we're pointing in the same direction, maybe at different speeds, maybe at different rates, but we are pointing in the same direction.
Mersey Maritime is an excellent organisation. It keeps me in touch with the very important maritime sector. It assists me to help individuals within that sector and to promote the sector as a whole to ministers and to other MPs. Because of Mersey Maritime, I've been able to help, whether it's to do with improving training in the sector, whether it's to do with getting permission for the post-Panamax terminal, whether it's to do with the cruise liner terminal, or whether it's to do with individual support to companies in the sector. It's an excellent way of communicating and assisting people employed in a vital area in our city. It's helped me to communicate with industry, and it's assisted individual members of that sector to promote their needs to MPs, the local government and to central government as a whole. It's been a great success story. More and more people are working in the maritime industry, and we see a great future ahead.
I think Mersey Maritime is a wonderful organisation. I was very privileged a few years ago to help set up Mersey Maritime when I was with a government office and to put some funding into it. What really impressed me was that it had good backing from senior people in business as well as a very professional executive. And I've seen the way that they've prospered over the years in working with big business and small business, and also helping public agencies understand the importance of the maritime and logistics sector to the whole of the city region and also increasingly to the region. They're a good organisation. They're well led by a significant business leader, Ian Higby, and they're well supported by Jim Teasdale, Dave and the rest of the team.
CMA CGM, as the third largest shipping company in the world, headquartered in the UK in Liverpool, has been proud to support Mersey Maritime since 2003, and we're also pleased to be a founder member of Mersey Maritime. Our business has doubled in that time, and more recently we have brought more roles into the Liverpool area, and Mersey Maritime has been significant in helping in that development. We're very pleased to support Mersey Maritime, and we feel that support is reciprocated throughout our business.
Well, I actually met John Sivert around a Mersey Maritime board table, and we were looking at installing a dive system on Bibby Sapphire, and he said he could do it here in Camel Lairds. We went to national and international tender, and Camel Lairds were the successful party, all as a result of a meeting at Mersey Maritime. I think Mersey Maritime is a great networking forum. It introduces all the maritime industries to each other. It provides great training facilities for maritime activities here on Merseyside and gives a structure to how the maritime sector can work together, not only in dealing with each other, but in dealing with government. We had some of the older companies disappearing early on in Mersey Maritime's life, but then we had a great resurgence with Camel Lairds starting up again. We've had new players moving in, and we're seeing a renaissance of the maritime sector in Liverpool, with Mersey Maritime contributing to that brand, that image, and getting a reputation nationally.